Hey guys, um, Erin Barton here. I did this video last night, so if you watched it, this is going to be a repeat, but for some reason it didn't save. So I'm going to do it again. I wanted to talk to you guys about overselling. Now, last week we talked about closing the sale, and this week I wanted to touch on overselling, why we do it, why we shouldn't do it, and those type of situations. So lots of times, and this could be a problem in your sales as well. So lots of times when we are first starting Plexus, we're super excited, or even, as we go along in the business and things are going well and we're feeling great, we tend to be really excited. So when we're talking to somebody, we give them loads and loads of information, way more than they need, because we're excited and we kind of get diarrhea of the mouth and we're telling them everything, which does relate back to what I was talking about last week, where I was saying, too many options and too much information makes people overwhelmed. But also just being overly excited and just puking all of your information on them because you're new or you're not really sure what to say. You might be nervous, and so you tend to just give way more information than you actually need to give. It's very common in network marketing in general and with Plexus ambassadors. I did it when I first started. If you guys would have seen me when I first started, I was telling everyone about every single product that we had and every way that we got paid and everything that I knew I was telling. And it's just a lot for someone to take in. And it's unnecessary information that they don't really need, because really it's about them and what their needs are and not necessarily what we know and want to tell them, if that makes sense. Something else I want to talk about tonight and the overselling part about it, and there's a couple reasons why. One is because it's not compliant, and the other reason is it's unnecessary, right? So a lot of times you will see people embellish, whether they're excited or using a testimonial that they don't really know the person or whatever. And so what we want to really try to do is remember that if someone loses 10 pounds a month, that's a healthy weight loss, right? 10 pounds a month is healthy. It is normal. It's going to be the average that people typically lose. So we tend to grab those testimonials where someone lost 7 pounds on a 7-day trial, which it does happen. That happens to customers. That happens to ambassadors, but is it realistic for all people? And if you set realistic expectations in the beginning, you're going to have a lot happier customers and ambassadors in the long run, because you could say something like, you might lose really fast like this person, but you are going to generally plateau off onto a normal weight loss average, which is 10 pounds a month. That is a really good amount of weight that someone can lose on average, that is healthy and that they can maintain. Another reason why this is important is because we want our products to be around for a really, really long time. And if we start promising things that we cannot deliver for every person, we are going to start getting complaints from people. And that could affect our business as a whole. I've seen it happen with other companies where the results that they're touting and talking about are not common results for the vast majority of people, and it does get the companies in trouble. So we want to try to stay realistic with what we're presenting to people, and just don't get frustrated. Don't think that someone's not going to purchase because you give them a realistic expectation, like 10 pounds a month, or it might take you 90 days to start feeling better. We all know that it takes about 90 days to start repairing your gut health to a place where you're really going to feel better. They actually might feel worse in the beginning because of detox and die-off and things of this nature, where someone who's really unhealthy is going to go through that before they start feeling better. And something else that you might want to know is that if someone is sick, so if you're dealing with someone who has an autoimmune disease or some type of illness, you can generally count on 1 month for every year they've been sick. So if you're talking to someone who's been sick for 10 years, they're going to need 10 months of consistently taking the products to really, really feel better. I'm not saying they're not going to feel better before that, but that is a realistic picture. Like when I have a guy across the street that's taking the Triplex right now. He has fibromyalgia and high blood pressure and a bunch of things. I told him 1 month for every year that you've been sick is what it's going to take. And so just keeping those expectations realistic. That's on the product side. On the business side, do you know that 80% of people are living paycheck to paycheck? Most families are just $500 away from being bankrupt. One $500 disaster. New tires on their vehicle, their refrigerator goes out, their washing machine dies. These types of things, most families do not have the funds to pay for and survive. And so when we're talking about the business, it is so amazing. The opportunity is incredible. The amount of money that you can make is insane. And there are some people who make that type of money. But in network marketing, only 2% of the people, 2% of people in all of network marketing, every company out there, there's only 2% of people that sign more than 10 ambassadors. 10 ambassadors or more, only 2%. Most people, like 80% of the people that join a network marketing company, never sign anyone. Okay? Lots of people join to get wholesale pricing. Lots of people join just to have a few customers. And so when you're presenting the opportunity or talking to people, yes, it is great to show them the income disclosure. It is great to let them know that there's lots and lots and lots of money to be made out there. But just keep in mind that $300 to $500 extra a month for most people is incredible. It's going to change their life a ton. It's going to help them save. It might give them a car payment that they desperately need. It might help them go on vacation. Who knows? Whatever it might be, just that small amount of money is going to mean a lot to that person. And so when you're talking to people, we tend to always go for like, look at this amazing opportunity. You can make millions of dollars. Yes, you can make millions of dollars, but it is a small number of people who are actually going to be able to get over their fears, to do the personal growth, to commit the time, to have the desire to want to push that hard to make that kind of money in this industry. I mean, in any industry, guys, anywhere you go, anybody that you talk to that's making six figures or more, most likely they are working their booty off, right? They're working 60 or 80 hours a week if they're in a regular job. Maybe they're on call. Maybe they work weekends. And so when you're self-employed, yes, eventually you can build a team in this marathon of network marketing to where you don't have to work that many hours. But when you are building and creating that team, you have to put in some serious time and effort, and not a lot of people will do that. And so just keep that in the back of your mind that, yes, present the opportunity, but just don't forget that many, many, many people make $300, $500, or $1,000 in this business. Lots and lots and lots of thousandaires in this company and in network marketing. And that is something really special, right? That's a lot of people that are making a smaller amount of money that is having a huge impact on their lives, right? It's covering their car payment. It's taking their kids on vacation. It's getting their kids in sports. It's giving them a retirement. It's, them having a cushion. So if their refrigerator goes out or if their washing machine dies or whatever they might need, they can achieve it and get their products paid for. So just keep that in mind. Try to be realistic with your people. It's really going to help you in the long run with retention and keeping people on board with you, especially on the product side and on the business side. If they sign up and they think they're going to make six figures in 4 months, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, it does happen for the rare person, but not the vast majority. So just try to keep those expectations realistic when you're talking to people, and do understand that a realistic expectation is something amazing, to a lot of people, right? Losing 10 pounds a month is great for a lot of people. Making $300 or $500 a month is amazing and is going to have a huge impact on a lot of people. So keeping those expectations realistic is going to be great for you. It's going to be comfortable for you. It's going to be easy for you to talk to somebody and say, hey, would you like to make an extra $300 to $500 a month, instead of trying to talk to someone and say, do you want to make $10,000 a month? You're going to always have those certain people that will do that, but you have a lot more pool with a smaller amount of money. So just letting you guys know that, and just letting you know that it is important for our company's longevity, for the longevity of network marketing, that we are honest about expectations, financial expectations, and product expectations. It's really, really important to keep us on track with the FDA and the FTC. We do not want to cross those lines. So anyway, hopefully this information helps. I know this is kind of a short little training video, but I wanted to get you this information and the tidbits and kind of tie it into last week, because we're going to be talking about closing. And so sometimes just remember, less is more when you're talking to people about the products. Try to ask a lot of questions and answer them with the information that they need for their situation, right? Instead of just giving them all the information and then letting them filter through it. So that's my tips for today. I hope you guys are doing amazing and have a great night. Bye.